Tough game, tough way to finish. I'll get this out of the way because I know I'm probably gonna get some questions. Rob's turnovers. I know he's beating himself up right now. It's tough to win a game when your point guard turns it over that much. However, and there's a lot of emotions for him going into this game. He started his career at Wake Forest. I know he wanted this win more than anyone in this building. It is what it is. I drew up the last play for Rob for a reason, and I'll do it again, even knowing the end result, because he has to understand my confidence in him as a point guard, but more importantly, his teammates' confidence in what he can bring to this team. When Rob is at his best, we're a really good team, and tonight he was at probably pretty close to his worst, and we still had a chance to win. And I'll say this, he's beating himself up, and obviously anyone that watched the game is probably blaming him for the loss. We didn't lose because of Rob McCray tonight. We lost because what kept us in the game, what got us the lead, our defense and our rebounding, fell apart down the stretch. We put them on the foul line on some calls that were probably 50-50 calls. That's part of basketball. We didn't get the boards when we needed them. I think they had 3 offensive rebounds in the last 4 or 5 possessions. And they scored on us down the stretch. That game was built on defense and rebounding, and we didn't close out with what got us in the game and got us that lead for 28 minutes tonight. And that's really a credit to Wake Forest's guys, because a few of their players that are really, really talented had tough nights too. But they found a way to finish the game. And they found a way when it mattered, when the game was a 1 or 2 possession game, to rebound with a level of urgency, to make their free throws, and to finish down the stretch. And to me, that's what lost us the game, despite Rob's play. And I'll say this, Rob is going to continue to lead this team in a positive way. As soon as he stops beating himself up. To me, he had a tough game because every turnover snowballed into his head down, his shoulders down, and you can't compete at the highest level when you blame yourself. And so that's going to be my message to him. But we're going to pick him up. Our staff is going to pick him up because I know how he's feeling. I know what it feels like to be a senior point guard, and feel like you cost your team game, which in reality he didn't. I still remember, and I'll touch on this with Rob, playing UConn in the Bahamas, and they had a really good team. And I think I missed 2 or 3 free throws in the last 2 minutes of the game, and I couldn't contain my emotions. I felt like I let the team, the university, the coaching staff down, and we lost that game, and it was really tough on me. But a good team, our teammates picked me up. Similar to, I know our guys are going to pick him up, and we move forward. We got to find a way to win close games, and we're going to need him to do it.
Question, please. You talk about the turnovers, obviously not ultimately leading to the final result, but when you bring up defense and rebounding, some of those turnovers came when you guys were kind of building some momentum. Do you think that can kind of snowball into maybe a lack of either sharpness or quickness when it comes to those defensive and rebounding possessions?
Yeah, the turnovers. And I had plenty of them in my career, so I would know. Turnovers are deflating, and especially live ball turnovers, because they lead to easy offense going down the other way. But you have to fight your human nature and not let, again, those turnovers affect the next possession. It happened. You got to move on. We call it next play speed. Mistakes are going to happen. Mistakes are going to happen all over the court. Defensive mistakes, offensive mistakes, communication mistakes, game plan, discipline mistakes. The team that moves on the quickest and the individuals that move on the quickest usually are the best teams. And to me, I've been bringing up life a little bit more with our team. It's a good microcosm for life. Bad things are going to happen in life. Usually the people that figure it out on a high level move on quickly and learn from those mistakes and don't repeat them. And to me, it goes hand in hand in basketball and in life. The best teams learn how to make mistakes don't put your head down. Don't even let it freeze you for a second. You know, if you want to pout about something, pout about it after the game. But as long as we're in between these lines, we have to have the ability to make mistakes because they're going to happen. It's a game of basketball. Everyone makes mistakes, and then move on to the next play.
Lucas, the lesson here with this one, if there is one, like, and I'm sure there will be, you didn't shoot well at all from three, especially in the second half, which you're 1 out of 15. Your best player had 11 turnovers.
Yep.
But because of the energy and the hustle you guys played with, for I felt really the whole game, but let's just say the first 37 minutes, you had a 9-point lead on a pretty good ACC team. Is that like the message? Like, even if you don't shoot well, even if one of your best players having a bad game, if you guys just hustle into more points and rebounds, you can hang with these teams and beat these teams.
Corey, you could be a head coach, man. Sure. That was almost word for word verbatim my message to the team after the game. You know, I addressed Rob in front of the team, and I told him that we all got to pick him up because I know how beat up he was about this game, and that we trust him. The staff trusts him. Certainly his teammates trust him. But my message was, now you guys understand what we've been telling you, and we've shown it sporadically through the season. But when you practice hard and you play hard, good things happen. And just off that alone, you're going to be in most games. Not every game, but most games you're going to have a chance to win. All right? So now we know what it takes. The trick is doing it consistently, practice after practice, game after game. And then the next step is finding ways in those 2, 3, 4 possession games to piece together, regardless of offense, piece together enough stops and enough rebounds to win tight games. So it doesn't bring me any joy to keep saying it, but we are close. We're close to breaking through. I think if you know basketball and have watched us through this season, when we fight, we're a pretty good team. When we play hard, to your point, we're a pretty good team. When we defend, we're a pretty good team. And when we don't, we get the brakes beat off us. And so we have to keep trending in that direction. Our coaching staff has to keep finding ways to motivate, finding ways to help these guys improve. And our guys got to have that hunger every day to walk in the gym and play with a sense of urgency that it takes to win basketball games. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.